Hi guys, welcome to Race Spec Season 7, Round 3. We are at Monza. Looking forward to a big night. Can we see possibly the Big Hungry be challenged tonight? He's been absolutely solid the last couple of weeks. We've had a few other great drives as well. And we've got a pretty well-rounded field. Most challenges are all within very close times of each other, all the way down. So we see Mike Wazowski out on track. Look for him tonight to bounce back after a bit of a shocker of a start in round 1. Round 2 he's looked good. He should be on tonight hopefully. So we have CN Goat coming out on track as well. He's had some good pace over the first 2 races also. Now, I've got no idea what the weather's doing, so we will hope for a dry race. Don't often see a lot of rain at Monza, usually. So the track itself, we're looking at 5.7 kilometres of track. We've got a I'm just looking here. Couldn't actually tell you the lap record currently. It probably got beaten the other night, but before that it was Rubens Barrichello back in 2004 with a 121 in the race. Unsure if that got beaten the other night. Now, I think Mike Wazowski should be just about... No, he's not quite starting his lap. Is he on a lap? He is on a lap. So we're hanging with him. I think he was the first one out. Could be wrong. Might be the Alpine there that's coming across the line now. No. Could be Blancuno, is it? No, it could be Snickers Bud. Yeah, Snickers Bud. So he'll be the first across the line. Has not used one bit of ERS at all on this lap. Unsure if he's forgotten it or whether he's maybe saving it. No, he's going now, so he's just doing a bit of a warm-up lap. He's on his out lap still. So we'll go back on board with Mike. Comes around Parabolica. See how he's gone. It's nice and tight. That's not a bad lap for a first one. The 121.2. Yeah, we've got Lieutenant. He's gone quickest with a 120.6. That's a good lap. Drow in second. We've got Altonki fourth. And Noodle Marble sixth. Clarence is set a 121.2. And we've got CN Goat with a 122. Thangle with a 123. Hold Up Man Dan with a 121.5. So we're seeing some pretty consistent times so far all the way down. Latimer's set a good lap with a 121.1. Head down the field a little bit. This is a driver we haven't seen yet this season. Now, I'm going to have a crack at getting this one correct. But I'm going to say Annie Up Lloydie. Maybe. We'll go with that. I may get corrected later on if he ends up on the podium. Looks like he's just invalidated there around Lesmos. Oh, and we've got a car around, and that is surely not the Big Hungry. No, it's not. It's his teammate in Noodle and Marble. He has got all crossed up coming out of Lesmos 2, I think, by the looks of that. So he's just pulled off to the side to let some cars through, which is a great idea because he doesn't have a wing anymore. He's out of fuel, of all things. So there you go. We've got Lieutenant. He's just gone back around for a fast lap. So he's set at 120.6. We've got Power Sights moved up into third with a 121.17. And we go further down. Snickers Bud managed 8th with a 121.4. Now, how does Annie Up Lloydie go? Let's have a look at him. Invalidated on his first try. He sends it again. Got a couple of guys on outlaps. Noodle and Marble's out, in fact. He got disqualified. So I'm assuming he's stopped on track, which is not ideal, or he could have been beached. How does Annie Up Lloydie go up through here? He's looking solid so far. We've got a yellow out on track at the moment, sectors 2 and 3. Could possibly have a car around. Too bad through Lesmos 2. Up to the second DRS zone. Nice and wide. Hugs that right line. Wide on the entry. Gets the apex beautifully. Second apex nicely. Third apex ideal. And a great exit too. So that was really nice there through Ascari. Just hang with him here. Great respect shown from the other driver there on the inside. Not too bad of an exit out of Parabolica. We'll see how he comes across the line. Oh yeah, that's a good lap. And that is our fastest we've seen so far. That was beautiful driving through Ascari there from Annie Up Lloydie. Let's cruise down through the field now. We'll have a look at the likes of Blancuno and the Big Hungry. Two fast guys. Blancuno showed some good pace last week early on in qualifying. Big Hungry looks to be ahead of him on track as he's coming around Parabolica as we speak. Oh, and he's gone very wide. Hasn't invalidated though, so could be half a decent banker still if he hasn't. He's probably lost a fair bit of time there though, so look for him to move up a little bit further there. Head back down to Blancuno as he's on a lap as we speak. Been through Lesmos, coming up to Ascari now. It's the apex, second apex, probably a little bit wide if anything. Hasn't invalidated though, but he's probably lost a little bit of time through there. Got another yellow in sector 3. As you go through Parabolica. Yeah, nice exit there. It's almost an outside apex, you would like to call it. And he goes good enough for 14th, so he could probably go better than that, I think, Blancuno. He'll be looking to improve. We've got Toto coming out for his lap now in that Alpine. We've got Delayed. We've got Honest Crook. We've got Reedy. All those guys are on their outlaps now. Honest Crook showed some massive improvements there last week. Had a great drive, so he did. We should look for Reedy. Reedy should be looking to improve this week also. Has got good pace usually. Delayed had it hooked up there last week in qualifying. Now, is the Big Hungry gone again? I think no, he's only coming back in. Probably will be fine with that time, I think, to get through. Oh, Toto, he is out. Where is he out? Looks like Lesmos 1, I think. Could be Lesmos 2. We see Clarence. How does he go? He's just started his lap now. He will be looking to improve again. I don't think he needs to, but he will. Look to him to go probably big now. He may go a fair bit faster. We've got another yellow flag in sector 1. Got Drow just letting some traffic through, which is good to see. I wonder if he has had a bit of a spin though. Only going very slow. I'm going to assume he's had a spin because he doesn't have any ERS left whatsoever. We've got Lieutenant still sitting there in second. I don't know why he's out on track. He's probably just having some practice. Got another yellow in sector 3. Obviously someone getting out of the way. We've got an Alpine coming across the line now in Reedy, and that is good enough for 13th. So we've had 3 guys out so far. Clarence is out. Where has Clarence come off? Clarence has come off through Ascari by the looks of that at the end of it. Yeah, who's coming up through Ascari? The other Red Bull. So we'll jump on board with Mike Wazowski and we'll try and see if we can see where Clarence is. As we see, Lieutenant goes even faster with a 120.2. I think that car's been cleared now by the looks of that. Must have been. That's unfortunate for Clarence, as Mike Wazowski's invalidated his lap. We've got another yellow in sector 1. It looks like it could be... No, they're all going again. Might have been an Aston Martin by the looks of it. I could be wrong. Just quickly cycle through the field. Who else have we got to come on a lap? So Honest Crook looks like he could be on a lap, which he is. Goes around Lesmos 1, Lesmos 2 as we go now. Second DRS straight. He's on the way up to Ascari now. Oh, looked like he cut that a fair bit. Did not invalidate though. He's got a nice line through there, so cutting that apex so much has probably helped his cause for a time, I would have thought. Comes around Parabolica now. How does he go around here? He gets it straight, keeps it straight. Didn't look overly quick through there. He took a pretty honest line through there. So he ended up with a 121.3, which will be probably enough to get him through to Q2 from there, I would have thought. Artie Cheng's is the only one that has not yet set a lap in that Ferrari of his, so we'll might be seeing him come out very shortly, I think, with only just over 4.5 minutes to run. We've got delayed is still yet to set a lap, which I believe he is on one as we speak. No, he's just on his out lap, sorry. So he'll be looking to go big, the big fella. So currently we've got Blancuno, Artie Cheng's, Delayed, Toto and Noodle and Marble to drop out. But look for Delayed and Artie Cheng's will probably go up higher from where they are currently. So there may still be a little bit of a battle on our hands for Q2 just yet. It's Delayed starting his lap. Oh, and he spun it on turn 1. That's unlucky. He's going to have to load up. He's got enough time to go back around and start that one again. So that's unfortunate, but again, he's definitely got time to get back around for another crack. So we see Artie Cheng's now leaving the pits. He's going to come out and do a one and done. It's a bit of a college basketball term, that one. Now, I'm wondering whether Artie may even have a qualifying ban for something that may have happened in the race last week, potentially. I haven't got the info on that one for you, unfortunately, sorry, but I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that's a potential. Either that, or we may see him quickly swap his tyres and come back out of the pits. Now, we'll hop back on with delayed. I really keen to see this lap. We'll quickly run through our fields. So we've got Lieutenant with the quickest at the moment, with a low 120, so that's a really nice lap. Annie up Lloydie with a 120.3. Then we've got the Big Hungry who's jumped up, which I was expecting. So he's done a 120.6. Then we've got El Tonki with a 120.69. So that's a really nice lap from El. Then we've got Power Sight with a 120.7. So all those guys are really, really close to each other there, which is good to see. We've got Drow with a 120 flat. CN Goat with a 120.1. Vladimir 121.1. Those guys, I'll tell you what, there's 200s separating them, so that's pretty cool. We've got Snickers Bud with a 121.2, Mike Wazowski 121.2, so the times are very close the whole way down, so this should be very exciting races. We've got I think it looked like an orange car. It wasn't an orange car, I don't know what car that was around on track, but you know, it's Artie's leaving the pits now, so he may not have a qualifying ban. He may just have liked to have left it a little bit late with his run. Jump back on with delayed for his lap. We'll have a look. But the best way to set a fast time in qualifying is to leave it late while there's rubber on the track, there's a bit of temperature on the racing line. Definitely put in a fast time, but put pressure on yourself to make sure you get around clean, as delayed goes up to 7th. And we're currently in the drop zone. We've got Blancuno, we've got Fangle, we've got Artie Cheng, Toto and Noodle and Marble. Now Artie Cheng's coming out, so can he go any quicker? Blancuno and Fangle, I'm not sure if they're going to have enough time to come out and go around and get a lap hooked up. We may just see him come out though. I don't think they're going to. I tell you what, I hope Artie hasn't left it too late though. Only 50 seconds to go in this qualifying session, probably less now. Should have enough time to get home and get across the line though, I think, so we'll keep on board with him. Very, very strange tactics here. Slowed up to a completely dead halt. Potentially just like to let that clock tick down. Right on board with him. We'll stay on him for the entire lap and see if the pressure gets to him or not, but I don't think it will. He's usually a pretty solid driver. See if he can get one hooked up. Takes probably almost too much curb on turn 1. Could have come a lot wider on the exit as well. You don't want to really touch the outside curb, but he had a lot more room to go yet, so probably lost a little bit of time through turn 1 and 2. Comes around up to Lesmos 1. Sorry, it was not Lesmos. This is Lesmos 1. And Lesmos 2. As you go through here. Again, not coming overly wide on the exits. I think that could have very well have been Noodle and Marble's Fire sitting on track still. Just to be safe and get through to Q2. I'm not sure if he's going to do it though. He looked really straight through a lot of those corners. He could have definitely got a bit more time with a bit more speed going a bit wider. Will it be enough? Doesn't look too bad around Parabolica. Nice and wide around there. 120. Oh, that's plenty enough to get through. So that puts him up to 8th. So that is Q1 done and complete. We've got Reedy, Blancuno, Thangle, Toto and Noodle and Marble all departing. And that takes us through to Q2. Interesting qualifying. Had some guys finding the wall. One guy disqualified as I'm going to say he beached it. But I tell you what, the times are all relatively close, so we're going to see a very exciting race. Hopefully we don't see too much carnage at turn 1. Seems the lobby's taking a little bit longer than usual. Now we are up and running now. Here I was announcing there was guys dropping out and not realising that we don't do the full qualification. We're going straight into the race because it was a short quali, so that I've got to start remembering that. That's my fault for being racing in a different league, isn't it? So straight into it. We'll run us through our grid. We've got Lieutenant Aniup Lloydie for his first drive of the season. Not bad, starting from second spot for the Italian GP. Honest Crook, another solid effort. That puts him up into third, I believe, where he could have finished last week. Don't quote me on that. But the Big Hungry, he will be hungry from second row. Look for him off the start line because he's got some serious pace come race time usually. El Tonki in fifth. Power Sight, that rounds out our third row of the grid. We've got Artie Cheng's all the way up into seventh now from a very late charge. Last to cross the line in quali. He starts in P7. We've got Snickers Bud on the fourth row. We've got Latimer delayed in P10. Down to CN Goat. We've got Drow, Hold Up Man Dan in P13. Mike Wazowski in P14 and Clarence in P15. Now look for both of those guys and those Red Bulls to come up the field. They might have undersold themselves here in qualifying potentially. So Power Sight may be having some difficulties with his internet, unfortunately, so hopefully you can get them sorted out, mate. We've got Reedy starting P16. We've got Blancuno, Thangle, Toto22 and Noodle and Marble rounds out the field. So we are almost set to go racing. Guys will just finish warming their tyres up, come around and take their start boxes, and we will be underway. Let's hope for a huge race here. I'm going to try and get all these names right tonight and not make too many silly calls. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. So we've got the whole field starting on mediums apart from about 4 guys by the looks of that. So that will be interesting. Position changes, we'll get rid of that because we are about to go racing. Everyone's in. We are just waiting for the marshals. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are off and racing in the Italian GP. We've got, look at the Big Hungry. He's got a ripping start. He's up into second already off the line. We've got a few other guys making some big moves. We've got Carnage, have we? Quickly cycle through the field. We do have Carnage. We've got a Red Bull around. We've got an Alpine. I think everyone else has gotten through relatively clean. That's unfortunate for a few of the guys down the back though. Just quickly cycle through and have a bit more of a look. Absolute pandemonium off the start line though, down back. Go back up towards the front and we'll have a quick look. Biggest movers and shakers. Honest Crooks up 1. Big Hungry up 1. So Honest Crooks had a good fight back there on the Big Hungry. We've got a yellow flag somewhere still. Drow's struggling. Got back up through the back of the field now. Oh, we've got a car wide and around. Look at that. That's Latimer. Latimer's had a terrible, terrible start, unfortunately, to this race. So we just quickly cycle up through. They're coming up to Ascari now as we speak. We're going to see a few moves, will we? No, they're all spread out a little bit. Go back up through the field. We're going to see that we've got a couple of tight little races here, little battles. CN Goat and El Tonki are having a go at it. Teammates, mind you. We've got Artie Cheng's is looking all over the back of Aniup Lloydie puts the move on. Can he get it done? He goes around the outside. Cuts back in. Oh, contact from Aniup Lloydie. Oh, no. And Artie Chengs has lost out a little bit of time. Probably hasn't cost him a great deal, though, from what that could have been, because that could have been absolute demolition. But he's done well to recover that car. So we'll quickly scroll back down the field. We've got Blancuno looking to make up a move on Delayed. Blancuno's up 4 spots. It's all over the back of him. Behind him, we've got Noodle and Marble, who's had an absolute ripping start. He's up 6 spots in that Aston Martin, so that is great to see. We've got cars going left, right and centre here around Lesmos. Oh, that was Mike Wazowski in the Shane Van Gisbergen style cornering that one. That was full sideways, and I don't mind seeing it. He's all over the back of Thangle. He hasn't lost out too much time there. He's going to put the move on. As he does, he goes up the inside around turn 1 of the Scari. Hits both apexes, and he's come away quite nicely out of that. That was a beautiful move. Very clean. Noodle and Marble's going to have a look at this battle from Toto and Blancuno. As Toto just sticks in front of him. He's up 6 spots. He's had a great start. So he's got the move done as we head down the main straight. Now look at this. Noodle and Marble, he's going to go straight past Blancuno also. And he's going to have a look down the inside at Toto, I believe. Is Blancuno going to be able to fight back here if they have a bit of a scrap? We'll have a look. They all get through relatively clean, so they've done well. Back to single file. We'll quickly head back up the front because we've got a little battle for second going on. Got the big Hungary's all over the back of Honest Crook, so he's keeping him very honest here. Going around Lesmos 1, now Lesmos 2 will be coming up. That will put us onto our back DRS straight. DRS is not yet on, I don't believe. Yes, it is on. And Vladimir's got a 5-second corner cutting penalty. That is huge. You don't want to be getting too many of them. Oh, we've got carnage. Toto's around and into the wall. And we have seen our first full course caution. Safety car is on track and waiting to pick the leaders up here. Where's he binned it? I'm going to say the exit of Lesmos 2, and he has. He's gone straight into the wall. That front right tyre is diminished. He is out of our race, unfortunately, so it's bad luck for Toto. He's had a bit of a rough start to the season, unfortunately. He'll be looking to bounce back, though. He's very hungry. Wow, so what a start to the race. We've had a little bit of carnage off the start line. We've had some big movers and shakers. We've got Blancuno's up 6 spots. He's a massive winner. We've got some guys going into the pits, which you would think they're going in for hard tyres. Delayed's having a wind change. Hopefully they don't delay him for too much longer. And he's put medium tyres back on, I believe. So he's happy with his mediums. Strange way to go. I probably would have went for hards because you would have gotten home. Vladimir is into the box now. That looks like softs. So I believe he might be banking on some later safety cars. He might be just looking to put some softs on to make up some ground here off this restart, which is not a bad option. I've seen it work plenty of times. So not a bad little strat there. So some big losers. We've got Power Side, unfortunately, is ghosting at the moment, so I'm assuming he's still having internet issues, unfortunately. I believe his car must be an AI, I think, which is a real shame for Power Side because he's had a good start to the season. He's made some big moves. So the biggest losers, we've got Vladimir down in 10th, but look for him to come through the field. Delayed had a terrible start. He's down 8 spots. Drow had the shocker as well, unfortunately, for Drow. We'll just keep an eye on him though. He's put the hard tyre on though, so no, he hasn't. Sorry, he's on the mediums. I'm looking at Noodle. Noodle Marble's got the hard tyre. He had them on the start. Reedy's up 1 spot. Thangle up 5. Got Mike Wazowski up 2, but he's got a penalty. Quick look at these penalties because I know Vladimir got one for corner cutting. Or was it Noodle Marble? Could have been Noodle Marble. Yeah, so they've both got 5 seconds. Could have even been from speeding in the pits, maybe. So we'll have a quick look at our strategies now. So we've got everyone's not pitted yet, apart from those guys down the back. Look for Reedy and Noodle. That's a good strategy to be on if you do have to pit early, is to go hards, because you don't have to pit again if there is safety cars, so you can make up positions. It's not one of those tracks that's hard to pass on or anything like that. There's plenty of overtaking opportunities on this track. It's a good racetrack. So tyres definitely come into it. And you don't have to be really battling stay out ahead of the safety car all the time. You can afford to go in and pit for softs if you need to. So jump back up the start, as I think we may see the safety car almost go in this lap. Usually an indicator now. I think we may see it go for one more lap potentially. Usually it's told us it's going in and starts backing up the field by now, so we'll be one more lap under safety car while the last two guys in Delayed and Vladimir just catch up to the pack. Alright, so just quickly have a look at our standings. We've got the Big Hungry out in front on 60 points. We've got Clarence behind him on 38. We've got Artie Chengs on 32. We've got Powerside in 4th on 29. We've got Vladimir behind him in 5th on 28. We've got Lieutenant on 25. We've got Delayed on 22. We've got Drow on 21. And we've got Honest Crook on 17. We've got Crow Jag on 11. We've got Cian Goat on 9. Blancuno on 7. Altonki tied with him on 7. Goodwill on 7 also. Now he's a reserve. We've got Mike Wazowski on 6. Cheap Trick on 5. Hold Up Man Dan on 4. Noodle Marble on 4. Snickers Butt on 1. So we see the safety car is going in, so the guys are getting backed up as we speak. And that is our standings so far for Season 7. Now we've got Lieutenant. He's going to try and really pull away hard here off the restart, I would have thought. Again, look for Big Hungry. He's usually quite handy off these restarts and stuff like that. Honest Crook. He will be keeping Lieutenant very honest, so we'll be watching with great intent here. Now, here we go. Is he gone yet? No, he's still not gone. Backing him right up until the very last minute. Now he's gone. Lieutenant's gone. And Honest Crook's had a terrible restart. That's held up the Big Hungry, who had good momentum. He was almost right beside him, which then was a chain reaction. As we see Annie up Lloyd, he's going to send it down the inside on Big Hungry. Can he get it done? He's sent it up. Followed in by Snickers Bud. Oh, he's had to back out. He did not quite have the pace there. Smart move in the end. We'll go scroll down the field here quickly. We've got Carnage around the back, have we? We've got a car around. No, we don't. Vladimir got tangled up with somebody by the looks of it. We go back up the front. Everyone's just taken on that single file still. We haven't seen really any big moves coming yet. Got some cars close there. We've got Mike Wazowski and Clarence. We don't really want to see Red Bull crashing into each other tonight. We've got Clarence all over the back of Blancuno. He is absolutely riding that rear wing. We've seen him get around in here under the DRS zone, even though he doesn't have DRS, as it's not yet switched on. Oh, we've got a car around, I think. We've got... No, we just had some cars making some moves, so I believe... Cars making moves up here everywhere now. The boys are starting to really jostle for position. Head down the main straight here. Lieutenant still leads the way, then Honest Crook. Any up Lloydie. He's gone past the Big Hungry, but can the Big Hungry fight back? He's had a look, but he wasn't quite close enough. He's going to have a better exit though, because I'll tell you what, only up Lloydie went really deep into that corner. Couldn't quite get it done though, the Big Hungry. He's left himself wide open here, and he's left the apex open. Snickers Bud goes around the inside. Great move. He made it stick. They go side by side. Oh, great driving from both drivers, but awesome fight back from the Big Hungry. He knew exactly what he was doing there, because it set him right up for that apex there, so great job. Now that puts Artie Cheng's back into contention here around Snickers Bud. We will have DRS turned on. It's a great shot, that. Absolutely great shot coming into Ascaria, that one. I'll tell you what, Lieutenant's absolutely pulling away from this field. He's 2.5 seconds out in the front, so he's had a great restart. He's done that perfectly, as we've got a yellow flag. We've got somebody around, we do. We've got absolute carnage. Reedy's around. That's very unfortunate. Blancuno's obviously come off somewhere as well, or he's pitted, possibly. Very interesting, that one. He's miles behind the field. Now, just go back down. Any up Lloyd, he's still all over the back of Honest Crook. Go back down a little bit further, and that battle there with Snickers Bud and the Big Hungry is still going on as we speak. Drow's just got a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, for corner cutting. As we see Big Hungry trying hard to shake that toe. I think we've seen somebody around, possibly. Got Mike Wazowski looking to make a big move on the AI of Power Sight, and he's pulled that off beautifully. That was an excellent move to watch. So props to Mike, good job. Next in line will be Noodle Marble. Can he get it done as well? He hasn't got a great exit there down that DRS straight, so we'll cycle back up, because Snickers Bud, Artie Cheng's, Big Hungry, they're all in the same vicinity as each other. We'll see another move potentially down the main straight. Just depends on who gets the better exit out of Parabolica. Artie Cheng's does look like he's got a really, really nice exit there. We've got Blancuno's around again, unfortunately. And he's miles behind the pack now. He's having a real battle tonight, unfortunately, with himself. Hopefully he can get that car sorted. Michael Zowski's just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not one you want. That really hurts, that one. I didn't really see anyone making too many moves there. The field's really spread back out as we see Power Sight completely sideways through turn 2. Looks like he does seem to be back in that car now, though, driving, which is also good to see. So hopefully those internet issues are fixed. Noodle Marble's still all over the back of him. Drow's not far behind him either in that Alpine. Roll through down to Delayed, and Thangle. Teammates there look like they might end up in a bit of a stoush with Thangle with the medium tyre. So he's got the faster compound on at the moment. So look for him to maybe try and get past his teammate there and catch up on that next little pack in front of him. Reed is still struggling a little bit at the back there of that pack. So we head back up the front, because Honest Crook's not far off Anna Peloidi. Great shot, that one. Is he going to try and put a move on him? He's gone down the inside a little bit. Look at that. Burning some ERS there. He's pulled the move. He's in front. Can he make it stick? He's done very well there, and that's left the big Hungry up the back of Annie Uploidy. Now, can he pull a move on Annie Uploidy at all, do you think? Or is it going to just... No, so he's snuck away again. Doesn't seem like he's got the same grip he's had at other tracks, the big Hungry, at Monza, so... might see his lead just drop a little bit in the points. You see Lieutenant's had a really great race so far. Still 2.5 seconds clear of the rest of the boys. Honest Crook, that beautiful move through turn 1 and 2. This lap has seen him up into second now. He's still not clear of that man that he's had the battle with the whole race in Annie Uploidy. So looking solid here. Is he going to make a move before the main straight in that Alpha Tauri? May not. He's just going to tuck in behind him around the Parabolica. That's a beautiful shot, that. I love that one. We'll just spread out again. So just not as good of exit, unfortunately, for Annie Uploidy. So we see old Tonky go up past Hold Up Man Dan. We've got a few guys in the pits there. Mike Wazowski's got a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt. He struggled with penalties last week too, unfortunately. So, yeah, just not ideal in any form of racing and penalties, I can promise you, especially time penalties, because they do cost you towards the end. Especially if you see a late safety car, they can really hurt you. Yeah, you're going to see a move from... Oh, he thought about it in the Alpha, did Annie Uploidy. Honest Crook was just good enough to keep him at bay. Oh, whoa, big move there. Massive moment for Annie Uploidy. Went really loose there on the exit of Ascari. Hasn't lost a massive amount of time though. He did lose that position to the Big Hungry though. So Big Hungry's just put enough pressure on him to remind him that he's there. Do we see him fight back? No, Big Hungry's gone into the pits. Look for him, he'll be going on hards, I believe. And Lieutenant's also into the pits. Smart driving from the Big Hungry because he knows that is the man he's got to battle. Very smart driving indeed. So our race leader, former race leader, is out on hards as we speak. And he will be looking to bring it home on them hards. So that's put Honest Crook in the lead now. As he's still got a lot of pressure from Annie Uploidy, and he's caught up to the back of Blancuno, who was about to get lapped. Luckily enough in this league, we see ghosting is turned on, so it doesn't hold anyone up like other leagues. Personally, I'm not a fan of the ghosting, but that's just a personal preference. Again, definitely not anything of Race Spec. That will really help Honest Crook. He doesn't have to worry about the lap car holding him up at all. As we see, we've got a yellow in Sector 3. Who's that around? Is it anyone around? Yeah, it looks like we've got a car into the wall. And they're up and going again, so we're not going to see a safety car, which is good. Yeah. You see Clarence and Noodle Marble. Clarence is in the pits. That puts Noodle up to 7th spot. He's up 13 spots, so he's having a great race on those hard tyres. Tell you what, if there's a late safety car, he may look at just holding off for as long as he can on those hard tyres. Because currently he's up 13 spots. He's had a beautiful race, perfect really, in that Aston Martin. Drell's had a pretty solid race as well. So was CN Goat. He's up to 5th. See if he can make those hard strategy really pay off. Altonki's had a good race as well, up to 4th. Artie Cheng's has had a ripper. He's up 4 spots. Now, we've got moves being made up front. Okie dokie, so we've got Honest Crook going into the pits for his stop. And up Lloydie stays out. Alright, we'll go down to Big Hungry because he's all over the back of Delayed as he looks to come through the field and retake some positions here that he's lost through his pit stop. He goes wide around outside like those 2 trailer park girls, said Eminem. That was around Parabolica. Very wide, but he's got the move done on Delayed. And makes it stick through turn 2. So look to him to try and catch up to the Big Noodle, who's currently in 6th, 3 seconds ahead down the track. So we scroll back up now, because we've got Artie Cheng's has moved up a fair bit closer to our race leader in Annie Up Lloydie. So might be a good little battle. We've got a yellow in sector 2. Just scroll back down, we'll see if there's any carnage at all. I don't think there is. Have a quick look at the field. Doesn't seem to be like there's anyone around. And the Uployd is just starting to pull back away from Artie again now, so all seems to sort of get a little bit broken up now, the field. It's definitely not as close as it was. We've got Reedy with a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate. We've got that little battle happening in the mid-pack now that was happening for the lead of the race just before. Got in Honest Crook with a Big Hungry, Snickers Bub, the likes of them guys. So they're going to have themselves a nice little battle here in the mid-pack now. They look to continue to fight through the field. Just quickly bring up the tyre menu, because interesting to see. We'll go to the stops. So the only guys that haven't stopped so far are Annie Up Lloydie, Artie Cheng's, El Tonki, as well as CN Goat. So look for them guys. They will probably be just holding off for as long as they possibly can before they start losing out too much time to the guys behind for that potential S word that we won't mention, because I don't want to jinx it. As we see driver there at the back, I think it could have been Reedy going very wide. They're riding on book with Honest Crook at the moment. Big Hungry not far behind him. Reedy's not far behind the Big Hungry though either. He's had a pretty good race really, Reedy. Much better than the other week. Hold Up Man Dan. Power Sight's left the session again, so he's still having internet issues unfortunately. We've got a red car around. Is that Power Sight? Oh, who was that? Red Bull. Mike Wazowski's had a massive moment, unfortunately. And I tell you what, we're going to see Power Sight be... he's going to leave this race very shortly because he's going to be disqualified. He's absolutely beached it. Somehow. Out of Lesmos 2, I believe. So that is unfortunate for Power Sight. Again, having internet issues. I don't believe it was actually him driving, so, but still unfortunate because he's going to lose out on points there for his overall season tally. So it's a hard pill to swallow when it's something like that, because it's completely out of your control, unfortunately. Now this will be the moment where you see the likes of Artie, we'll see El Tonki, CN Goat all go into the pits, I would have thought. And absolutely capitalise on this safety car. The safety car is out on track waiting to pick the leaders up. Blancuno's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's unfortunate. So we've got Artie, El Tonki, and Cian Goat all in the pits now. Let's see what they put on. El Tonki's gone softs. I like it. Artie Cheng, sorry. El Tonki's gone the mediums. That's interesting. Artie Cheng's has gone the softs as well. So great manoeuvre from those guys. They will easily get them tyres home from here. Very, very strange from El Tonki not to put the softs on. Although he will not have to worry one little bit about tyre wear. He can absolutely send it on those mediums. Now, Artie Cheng's, he's been a big winner here because I tell you what, he's only gone down to 5th spot and he's got soft tyres on. The guys in front of him are all got hard tyres, so that has put him in the absolute box seat, that safety car timing, I can promise you that. He's still got to make up some ground, but I believe he can very well do that. We go down to tyres. So everyone apart from Reedy are on relatively fresh tyres. He's on 14 lap old hards, but he's sort of had to come up through the field, so he's got to make do with what he can. Had a good drive though, very good comeback drive from Reedy. Does have that 3-second penalty against his name. Now, the Big Hungry has decided to pit again for softs. I find that to be strange. As I thought he might have had the hard tyre on. So he's thrown positions away just for the sakes of a soft tyre, where I would have probably thought you would see him almost stay out if he had the hard tyre on, or the medium tyre, whichever he pitted for. Because he made the right move to pit behind Lieutenant. And Lieutenant's currently leading the race on relatively new hard tyres. So, very strange move from the Big Hungry. He possibly backs his pace, but yeah, I find that to be different. Unless he possibly had maybe a little bit of wing damage, but very interesting from our championship leader. So, currently we've got Lieutenant, we've got Annie Up Lloydie, who's had a beautiful first race. We've got Snickers Bud, who's had a great race. Artie Cheng's also a good race. El Tonki back down in 5th. Cian Goat in 6th, Drow in 7th, we've got Clarence PhD riding in 8th, we've got Delayed in 9th, Noodle and Marble, Hold Up Man Dan in 11th, Fangle, we've got Honest Crook in 13th, we've got 14th, says the Big Hungry, Reedy 15th, Mike Wazowski in 16th, 17th is Latimer, and Blancuno rounds out our field currently. Toto and Power Sight have both DNF'd, unfortunately. Both exactly the same way also. They were up against the pit wall. Not the pit wall, sorry, the wall around Lesmos 2. Completely beached. So, very unfortunate for them guys. I think you will find we'll be almost going again for another lap of this safety car due to some guys at the back not being able to catch up. Which is, I believe, Mike Wazowski and Latimer. We see Blancuno's actually a lap down, so he's in amongst all that mid-pack, which is unfortunate for the guys behind. Raced here the other night, and I did see a bit of a delta glitch, unfortunately, on the safety car, so I hope we don't see that tonight. But it does look like the guys at the back are catching up alright. But the problem we had the other night was that there was guys that were miles off the pack under safety car, and they had the delta glitch happening so that they couldn't actually catch the safety car. And that being that the safety car would then continue to keep doing laps around the track because the field had not caught up yet. So hopefully we don't see that tonight. Looks like we haven't yet because the guys are actually catching the safety car, which is good. So I think we will go racing once this lap is completed. So we're just waiting on Latimer to round out the rest of the field. He's taking his time. It's almost like he doesn't really mind if the safety car goes around again. So he's just continually warming up those hard tyres. Not a bad strategy, but I mean, he's going to have to get a wriggle on because he's only going to have 7 laps to come through the field. So he's sort of only hurting himself by doing so also. But he will catch up before Lesmos 1 by the looks of that. So look for Artie Cheng's off the line. He will be a ripper to watch around this first restart lap because he's got brand new soft tyres on. They should hopefully just have enough heat into him if he's doing the responsible thing and heating him up properly. He may just come through that field and take some big points home. Now, safety car is in. Field is currently backing up as we see them all weaving and bobbing around the track to really try and generate that heat back into those tyres. Now, when does Lieutenant go? He says, it's a big 410, Sergeant, I'm out of here, and he is gone. So we watch him come down the main straight, weaving still with those, trying to get that heat in those tyres. We've got Annie Up Lloydie all over the back of him, so it's a beautiful restart from Annie Up Lloydie. Snickers Buds all over the back of them still. We've got a few little moves going on there at the back. Look at this from Drow. Look at that. Round turn one, not bad. He's made that stick. We've got a yellow flag. So we just go back down the field a little bit. We've got a few guys making some moves. Head back up the field. Artie Cheng's is still in fourth. Hasn't made any real ground yet on those soft tyres. Got some guys going terribly wide there. Drow's got a penalty now, unfortunately. So far everyone looks like they've got clean though, which is good. Lieutenant's just starting to create a little bit of a gap as we head through Ascari. Definitely pulling away a little bit. Oh, we've got Honest Crook. Or is it? There's definitely a car around. I think it was delayed. It is, sorry. I was a bit delayed there. So delayed's had a huge moment. So we go back to Lieutenant. We've got Artie looking to make a move. No, just having a bit of a look. Nothing really going there. Can't seem to find much time on these soft tyres yet. Oh, it's a bit of contact though. Snickers Bud and Artie getting into it. Snickers Bud obviously had a bit of wheel spin up and didn't have a great exit, so hopefully there's no damage out of that. That's brought El Tonki into the party though. So El Tonki's all over the back of Artie Cheng's here, which is good to see. El Tonki chose to go the mediums over the softs. I thought it was a bit strange, but maybe he's got the right strategy here and he's all over it completely. But he's had a great drive. Seeing Goats all over the back of him as well. The teammate there at Mercedes. Back down, Drow in 7th. Clarence, he's had a good drive. He's had a really good comeback drive after not qualifying overly well. We've got Hold Up Man down in 9th. Artie Cheng's is out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no, he's had a huge moment coming out of Ascari by the looks of that. That is very costly, going from 4th to out. Massive points to 0. That is very unfortunate for Artie. So we will see one more safety car just for good luck. And that is currently out on track leading the guys as we speak. Do we see any more late moves to come in for any tyres? I wouldn't have thought, because it would be pretty ridiculous. Delayed. Oh, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. That's unfortunate. I've got a very funny feeling he's going to go in for a set of softs, as are the other 3 guys that are in the pits currently. In Mike Wazowski, Thangle, delayed. And Noodle Marbles in the pits as well. So all those guys will be simply looking to set the fastest lap of the race. No doubt for some extra points, I would have thought. Either that or simply just bragging rights. So, Kuno, there's a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. That is strange. So El Tonki's moved up to 4th. Now Arfarati has had himself a little moment. So he's had a pretty solid race. He's sort of not had to make up too many huge moves or anything like that, but he's just had a really solid race and driven beautifully. Puts himself in a good spot to potentially steal a podium here. The guys up front though, Snickers Bud's had a beautiful race. Any Up Lloydie's had a very good first race, and Lieutenant's had a brilliant race also. I'm going to go one more lap under safety car just because. And that will leave us a little sprint there towards the end with only probably, yeah, a whole 2 laps to go. So we're going to have a 2-lap sprint race towards the end. Very, very interesting. We'll go check the penalties quickly. So we got Drow with 6 seconds, we've got Clarence with 3, and then Hold Up Man Down with 5. Now they will no doubt all finish the race with them, so that's definitely going to hurt them after a safety car, because they're just not going to be able to pull away as quickly. So that could potentially put the Big Hungry, he could potentially go up to 5th. Which is absolutely hectic, really, when you're considering he's in 9th at the moment. So that's a massive difference in points that you're going to gain there. We've got Reedy with 3 seconds, we've got Michael Zowski with 3 seconds, and Blank Kuno's got 10 seconds, no doubt for ignoring blue flags. They're not far off returning to racing here. We're just coming around the back of the track now into Sector 3. Quick look at our position changes. So we've got Snickers Bud, he's up 5 spots. But Clarence has had a massive race. I did tell you all that to watch him at the start, because I thought he might have underdone himself in qualifying, which I completely understand that, because I have a tendency to do the same thing. I suck at qualifying, but then come the race time I'm much better. Surely we are not going for one more lap. We most certainly are, for some strange reason. And we've got... what is going on here? Now safety car is in. That was very late. Let's hope we don't see any carnage. Oh no. I did see that happen the other night in the race. And we are away again. That hopefully doesn't cost someone a podium, because that is very frustrating, I can tell you that much. Wow, we have got drama going on everywhere. Oh, Snickers Bud, massive loser out of that pack, that restart. Oh, that's unfortunate. And there is carnage everywhere. We've got cars off and around. Wow. That absolutely sucks. So that's very hard to fathom, I would have thought, for Snickers Bud, and there will be plenty going on in the stewards room after this. Wow. So Lieutenant still leads just, but he's got Anna Lloydie all over the back of him. El Tonki up to 3rd. CN Goat up 7 spots into 4th. We've got another yellow. We quickly scroll back down through the field. We've got another car around again, which is Drow. Clarence, who had a beautiful race up until that restart, has absolutely lost out majorly. He's back down to 15th spot after being up about 8 or 9 positions. We've got plenty of drama going on everywhere here still. Plenty of positions to be taken. As Lieutenant still leads. Any Up Lloydie in 2nd. We've got El Tonki's made a big move. Any Up Lloydie, what has happened here? Snickers Bud is out. Adding Up Lloydie's had a massive moment. What has happened there? He's lost out majorly. He's just been robbed of a podium there. Surely he has not run out of fuel. Oh, huge moments. I can honestly not tell you what's happened there, but he has just lost out on a podium majorly. You can see Lieutenant pulling away still as we speak. He's out to a second over El Tonki, then Honest Crook in third spot. CN Goat still sort of in striking distance, but he's got pressure from Hold Up Man Dan. Got Annie Up Lloydie all the way back to sixth spot now. We've got a yellow in sector 2. We've got Big Hungry all over the back of Annie Up Lloydie, because Annie Up Lloydie's looking like an IndyCar driver without a wing. And the Big Hungry make up another spot here. As he looks, does he have a look? He certainly does have a look. Is he going to get it done around Parabolic? And no, he's probably going to wait until the main straight because he knows he doesn't have a wing. Cuts around on the inside. DRS is enabled for the last lap of the race, the Italian GP. Big Hungry has sent it up the inside. He's followed closely by Reedy down the main straight. Can they get it done? They haven't managed to get around Annie Up Lloydie because Annie Up Lloydie doesn't have a front wing. He's got zero resistance at the moment in the wind. He was lightning down the main straight. The Big Hungry's off. Oh no, huge moment. He's dropped all the way back down to 10th spot. That is very hard for him. Goes past his teammate, does Noodle Marble. Wow, that was a huge moment. So Annie Up Lloydie, without a wing, has blitzed the boys down the main straight and has actually held into sixth spot here. As we go back up the front, El Tonki's just caught back up to Lieutenant a little bit, but I don't think he's going to have enough to get around him for the race win. He's got a lot of momentum under that DRS though. He's up to within 6/10. Half a second. Is he going to have enough to get it done? He will be burning every bit of ERS that he has, and he has not got much. And I tell you what, Lieutenant's got about exactly the same amount. As we see another yellow flag. Oh, Reedy's out in the last lap of the race. That's no good. As we see Lieutenant is going to take the race win here in Italy at Monza. He's got it over El Tonki down to Honest Crook in third. And we've got Hold Up Man Dan will cross the line in fourth. Followed very closely by... Oh, it's all mixed up because of the penalties. But Annie Up Lloydie's ended up with fifth. Delayed all the way up to sixth spot. The Big Hungry up to seventh. Hold Up Man Dan dropped down to eighth. Thangle ninth. Noodle Marble will come in 10th. Vladimir and then Mike Wazowski. Drow, Clarence PhD and Blancuno round out our field. These boys are still crossing the line as we speak. They may get jumbled around a little bit. That was just absolutely wild towards the end. That last safety car restart. In fact, sorry, it wasn't the last one. Yes, it was the last one that got stitched up. Very, very late call from the stewards to give the guys a heads up that the safety car was in fact coming in. And that is unfortunate. So I'm going to see if I can quickly get Lieutenant, Honest Crook and El Tonki to jump in this party chat, and we're going to do some interviews quickly, so have a quick look for these guys. So what a race that was. The Italian GP, that was hectic. Lots of drama. Lots of late race drama as well. Had massive moves going on left, right and centre. Absolutely huge. We've got our race winner joining the party. Welcome, mate. Great win. Huge drive.
Oh man, that was stressful.
Yeah, there was a bit going on, mate.
Honestly, I planned for I've been practicing every single thing in the book except safety car restarts straight after the goal.
It wasn't even that, mate. You actually got stitched up as well, so it was even more than just a normal restart. It was the old stitch up where he goes, "Oh, hang on, I'm going to go in this lap," and
No time to react, I just had to go for it and just send it and credit to Annie and he put some pressure on me and seeing him spin in the rear mirror, was the best thing I've seen all race.
it was yeah, pretty full on, mate. It was very well driven by yourself, though, mate. I mean, you started pole, you finished first, you've done very, very well. So it can be hard, man. So great drive. Yeah, enjoy. Grab yourself a brewski, mate.
But late, I might need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Still buzzing.
Nah, that's grass, man. Great, great drive. Well done. Honest Crook, well done, mate. We've not got Honest Crook in here, have we? Hold on a second, we might not. No, we've got El Tonki in here, though.
Gladly take Honest Crook's spot on the podium.
Great
Shouldn't
drive,
that be
buddy.
a rule, eh? Is he getting
Yeah.
is he getting fined for not attending this press conference?
I've definitely invited him, so he may just be, he may still be drinking some champagne on the podium, mate, as we speak. But yeah, no, good drive, mate. Pretty solid, really. Where did you start? I think you started about sort of fourth. Or
Yeah, I think it was
fifth?
around fifth started. Yeah, started on those hards and swapped over to the mediums on that kind of second out of the third safety car. But
Yep.
yeah, it was good fun. Hey, big props to Lieutenant for the big pole position and pretty much leading from start to finish. And
Mate, appreciate it. I was honestly coming into it, I was going for that pole and I just wanted to get around that first corner. As on Sunday, same thing, got the pole but wiped out first corner. Just ruined the race. That was the goal.
oh, well, more than makes up for the weekend, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Points. Needed those.
I'll tell you what, Tonky, you done really well to avoid any contact there under that last restart as well, because I mean, I've had that happen. I think at this same track the other night, actually on Thursday night, we had the same thing happen. The safety car decided at the last minute it was going to go in, and there was absolute carnage everywhere because there was guys fully stopped on track, and it was just ridiculous. But see, we don't run ghosting either, so but nah, you done really well to hold your nerve a little bit as well.
Yeah, thanks for that. The old 3-lap sprint to the finish. Had to channel the online El Tonki for that one. But yeah, no, there was a bit of contact on that last restart, and I think I was side by side with Snickers, and Sand Goat was in there as well. And yeah, I kind of backed out, cut the corner. That's where I got my 5 seconds from. So I don't know. I guess I probably. Yeah, we'll see. We'll put it to the stewards, and if it gets removed, great. If not, no stress.
Look, mate, it's racing at the end of the day, isn't it? And it was a good one of that. I mean, it had a bit of everything. It was definitely unfortunate to a few of the guys that didn't finish, especially late. There was a couple of late outs there on that last 2 laps. So, but no, you've done really well to get on the podium, boys. Good job. I don't believe we might see Honest Crook in here, though. I will just message him in the Discord quickly to give him one last chance. But yeah, no, look, great race. Where are we next week? Imola.
Miami.
Miami, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Race as well.
sprint round at Miami. What's everyone's thoughts on the track?
Oh, I'm not excited.
Me neither. I'm excited for the call. I'm not excited to race it myself in this other league, but
Yeah, I think it'll be more exciting for yourself, mate, than it is for us. That's for sure.
oh, look, mate. I enjoy the comms. I enjoy doing it.
We appreciate you.
Oh man.
I'm definitely going to try.
Drop a PayPal or something, bro.
Nah.
It's so much more enjoyable, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna have
It
to.
does, eh?
I'm gonna have to hassle one of me boys, and I think get a few maybe guest commentators come in and help me out. I think a little bit because I struggle to talk for the entire 2 hours. I can promise you.
Like that one you sent in the chat, bro, with a bit of comedy. That was gold.
Yeah, I don't know if G Flash will join in. I don't know if you want him in here. I can promise you. Yeah, no, I appreciate the feedback. I do, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it. So he's a great setup, and yeah, no, I enjoy it. So thank you guys.
No, appreciate it.
Thanks,
Well,
mate.
For you.
hopefully, Honest Crook will get back on the podium next week, and he can join the interviews, and yeah, we'll chat with him then. But well done, Honest Crook. Well done, guys. Thanks very much, and we will catch you all next week. We are out.